All right, salute, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, subscribe, throw me some love, and let's get to it. Today, I'm not gonna be calling out one gender or the other. I'm gonna call out everything. So, with that being said, today we're gonna be reviewing a video, as you can see from the thumbnail, when good women call out bad women. This is something that is lacking. The algorithms are pushing this stuff away from people, and this is why our society continues to collapse. And I'm going to go ahead and go on the record and say, they're sitting there trying to ban, TikTok, which I get it, but OF is continued. It's allowed to continue to thrive and siphon off money and completely drown our country in debauchery and degeneracy. And it's a path to hell, man. It's just what it is. You can see the decline of our society and our culture. Relationships falling apart, failure to launch. This affects both men and women. But I'm happy to see that, more and more women are starting to call this out. And today I'm going to be reviewing this lady's channel. I'll put a link in the description. So without further ado, let's get to it, guys.
There she goes. Turkey's #1 OnlyFans content creator is being arrested. They got her husband in the front and they got her dumbass in the back. I mean, here's my question. I didn't even know that Turkey made OnlyFans accessible for the public. It is shut down now because so many people have put in a complaint about it, which in my opinion should have never taken place because they should simply not have allowed it. So why would you want to implement something and then turn around and arrest somebody for actually creating that type of content? Which does not take away the fact that I fully support her being arrested, because Turkey doesn't stand for anything like that. Turkey is not supposed to be known for women being all over OnlyFans creating adult content, because that's what it is. But the more disturbing thing about this whole situation is the fact that her husband supports her in creating OnlyFans content.
So I'm holding it right here, guys. She's absolutely right on the money. More and more of this, this type of content is being, it's being promoted by couples. It's not being just, these chicks out here doing this, and I'm not trying to give them a pass. It's couples. It's men and women doing this together. A lot of these OF chicks that you guys are watching or paying or subscribing to, these chicks have their husband in the background working the laptop. You're chatting with him, not her. You think you're chatting with her. No, you're chatting with him, and he's sitting there counting up the money like, yeah. This is where the society's headed. It's being normalized to be a cuck out here, and this is completely disgusting. More and more of this stuff I see, more and more of these types of relationships. And I'm not saying, listen, to each his own. Do what you want, do what makes you happy. But the problem and the line that shouldn't be crossed is where this stuff becomes easily, publicly accessible. Because it brainwashes the younger generation, it brainwashes and it breaks down the traditional roles of what a family should be. A lot of these chicks, these OF chicks, are teachers, they're cops, police officers. We've seen all these videos, the reports that are endless of these chicks in high positions of government leadership, and especially mothers. And this is the thing, like, they're not talking about these OF creators will have, put out content, and their son's going to school, and his friends are sitting there looking at her ass on the internet, seeing everything that she's got to offer, legs wide open. And it's disgusting. And we're seeing the gray lines being crossed more and more and more, where they're talking about, incestuous type relationships and stuff. That is like, some of this stuff to me is like cringe. These moms will be kissing their sons and to me, inappropriate ways, and interacting with their sons and their sons' friends and stuff that are much younger in inappropriate ways. And this is all being broadcast all on online. But this is a huge part of it. Like, this OF shit, to me, it has to go. This is like, why are they sitting here complaining about TikTok? Wanting to ban TikTok. Why is this platform still going? Like, people talk about threats. This is a threat, in my opinion. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call it what it is. Let's go.
Unfortunately, a lot of women don't even know the difference between right and wrong anymore. All they focus on is to satisfy their greed of attention and validation in combination of monetization, which is a very, very bad combo if you ask me. So this woman appears on a few podcasts a couple of days before she got arrested, and she brags about the fact that, which was probably her highest achievement in life, that she wants to sleep with 100 men a day. Now, where is this trend coming from? America. Who adapts trends that are coming from America concerning this type of behavior? Weak-minded women all over the world. So what?
Ooh, okay. That is who adopts these trends? Like, yes, she said America. This is coming from Europe. It's coming from Canada, Australia. It's coming from plenty of places, like even Germany and UK. Like this stuff it's not new. It's many of these Western countries are doing this. But the thing is women outside of this are being exposed to this, and it's really becoming a wildfire, a forest fire that's burning through many societies, destroying everything in its path, and it can't be stopped. Some people are trying to stop this, and this is why I like this chick talking about this, but also the fact that at least Turkey protects, their people from bullcrap like this. And they did get rid of it, which I like I said, I don't understand why the U.S. hasn't shut the doors on this already. Like, I mean, honestly, there's so much like inappropriateness going on, and they know it. Why is it still up? Let's go.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a short clip out of the podcast that she appeared on before she got arrested. We're going to let her speak, and then I'm going to come back and translate what she said on the podcast, which makes her even look more stupid than what she did when they got arrested.
Yapıyorum. Hatta Twitter'da da bir karakter yaratıyorum. Bazen salak bir karakter oluyorum. Bazen akıllı bir karakter oluyorum. Bazen saçmalayan bir karakter.
Oh, I had to pause it. Look at this chick. I'm not trying to bash. I'm talking about the chick, that she's, reviewing. Look at this chick. Like, I'm not trying to, but dudes are lining up for this shit, too. So, as much as I can blame her and go in on her, because this is a huge problem for everyone in society, men and women alike. 100 men are lining up to go in on that. What do you think this is doing? What do you think the younger girls are seeing? When they see that this chick, even though she's big and busted, she looks like a refrigerator backing up the truck. 100 dudes are lined up, and she's making a fortune from doing this. So the younger girls are going to obviously see this and be drawn to this, and they're going to just disregard, earning, their money or their, occupation or chasing their dreams the right way. Instead, they're going to sell out and go for the easy path. And this is kind of what I'm saying. This is very destructive, and I salute this lady for calling us out. So let's go.
Oluyorum. Avukatımız bile tek başınıza dışarı çıkmayın durumunda. Öldürülmemiz mi lazım? İlla bir zarar vermemiz mi lazım bunu fark etmeniz için?
She's getting ran through by 100 dudes a day.
This woman is so delusional. She is one of the most delusional people that I've ever came across on the internet. She creates her OnlyFans account, and she actually says that she's an actress. She says that she's an actress, and sometimes she's just silly, sometimes she's a little bit more serious, sometimes she's a little bit sarcastic. So these women are really out here justifying their 304 hoish behavior. I'm going to have to call it what it is. Hoish behavior and saying that they're being an actress. Okay, we're going to put a check mark on that. Woman, you are crazy. The second thing she says, obviously she knew, she kind of expected the backlash that she was going to receive, and she has already received a whole lot of shitstorms from the Turkish public because obviously they have been threatened. They have been threatened to the point that her and her husband's lawyer was even being threatened for supporting these two. That just goes to show you what Turkish society actually thinks about women creating content like that. It's so sad to see
Salute,
women
Turkey.
who are adults creating adult content. They don't know how to make a decision like an adult. Because before she created her OnlyFans content, she could have sat down and thought about it. Like, wait a minute, I live in a country where they don't even have dating shows. There are no dating shows in Turkey because the President Erdogan is not having it. He has restricted all of it because they don't want their public to look like fools. So before she had created her content, she could have been like, wait a minute, where is this obviously going to take me? But I highly doubt that she's even going to hold herself accountable for her actions on this platform. And every platform that has been created in order for women to show themselves a certain way has created only damage. It only contributes to a lot of young women thinking, okay, I'm not going to go to school, I'm not going to get educated, all I'm going to do is take my clothes off and then I can just afford what I want to, because a lot of men are going to subscribe to my OnlyFans account. Women absolutely sexualizing themselves, and then you got young men or even older men who are consuming this type of content. But if you are a young man and you are literally addicted to these pages, what is it going to contribute to? You're not even going to know how to interact with a woman when you get with her. Young people have such a problem with looking into each other's eyes when they are communicating. They can't even talk to each other anymore. Everybody is so buried into their phones. Everybody is so addicted to their content.
She's 100% right.
They don't even have the basic communication skills, which is look at each other's eyes, body language.
And just for a second, I want to say that this is spreading everywhere in the world. It's very young in its infancy. Like coming here, like Thailand is not a third world country. We have internet, but there's a huge a force field or like a firewall of shame that keeps people acting proper on social media here in Thailand. Now, I'm not saying that everyone's like that. No, there are a few, but it's very rare because God forbid people know, like it would be the most shameful thing for a woman to do this here, because everyone would know and everyone would laugh, everyone would shun, everyone would lose respect. And going back to, like I talked about saving face and losing face, this chick would lose face. Like that shame element is what really is important, because you can't have freedom of speech without shame. Because the truth be told, how the hell do you regulate this? How the hell do you like keep this like contained? You know what I'm saying? Like without doing some totalitarian type things, you know, just outright banning stuff, you know. And a lot of people say, well, people should, consenting adults do what they do. Yeah, but this is, you got to be honest. This is completely poisoning every society across the board. And I'm not saying just this, you know, it's dating apps. It's all of the social media working in tandem as well, sharing information with the governments and stuff. Like people think that they don't, like this isn't some type of psyop. Like honestly, like really, that your information is not being shared, stored, profiles being created on you, how to, you know, show you certain videos to you know, just to change your mind and shift it just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So this is really important. So people here, in my opinion, most people, they use social media for the right reasons, you know, family stuff, you know, they don't talk as much. Like everyone uses like, you know, apps like Line or WhatsApp or even Facebook Messenger to communicate. Everyone does that here. It's very popular, but most people put pictures of their food. Families are going to temples and stuff. It's actually used for the right reasons. But with that being said, this right here, this stuff right here that's happening in the West, that's destroying the West, is trying to make its way into the East, which I would say Turkey is an Eastern country, you know, by most means, by most standards. It's, you know, it's you know, what do you call it? Traditional in a lot of ways. It's very religious, you know, it's mostly Muslim, but still, there's a lot of this shame element, and that's why this happened. That's why she got arrested. And honestly, I don't feel sorry for her. Let's go.
Language, or even know how to conduct yourself when you are actually next to someone. But it's not only women in America or in Turkey who are affected by this scandalous and loose behavior. Of course, some women over here in Germany just love doing the same thing. Of course, we have OnlyFans content creators here. And of course, we have women who think delusional and who think that there is nothing wrong with actually something to be proud of when you sleep with a lot of men, especially young women. And I don't care how old a woman is, that is absolutely nothing to brag about. If anything, that is something that you should be ashamed of. Well,
real fast, dude, this is what I said a few videos back. This is why I said, this is like, when someone does something so extreme, there's always going to be someone that tries to beat it. So basically, it's a race to the freaking bottom. When the chick come out, Lily Phillips came out, you know, I banged 100 dudes in a day. And she's out there crying and boo-hooing. Well, guess what? Bonnie Blue came out and she banged over 1,000 dudes in a day. So, I mean, like, what's next? 2,000 dudes in a day? But the thing is ironically, Bonnie Blue got banned from OF. They actually banned her from OF. That's crazy. When even OF is saying, nah, she's too much. Like that's bad. That's bad. But still, why the hell is this site even up and running? Let's go.
I'm going to show you a guy who's having street interviews with two women. And when you see these women, I'm not going to judge them, but looking at their outfits, the way they behave, you judge. Let me know in the comment section what you think.
Was ist dein Bodycount?
Also wir haben 2025 Leute,
Ja.
der ist eigentlich auf 0 zurückgesetzt, aber wir haben den 17. heute und ich hatte 7 Typen bis jetzt. Also ich hab's mir gut gehen lassen.
Und welcher Rest passiert?
Auf Tinder kennengelernt, schnell getroffen, ich wollte mal Spaß haben.
Bist auch so ein, die zu den Männern sagt, ja, ich bin nur um zu vögeln?
Ja, guck mich an. Also wenn mich einmal anguckt, der hat keine anderen Gedanken im Kopf, der will mich nur, ne? Drücken.
Ja, nice. Wie alt warst du nochmal?
Ich bin 20.
Wann war der erste Mal?
Ich bin 14.
Wie ist das zustande gekommen, 14? Welche Klasse warst du, oder nicht?
Ich weiß nicht mehr, keine
I know you
Ahnung.
don't
Ich war
understand,
schon
wait.
früh aktiv.
Und willst du noch wieder sitzen?
Guy asks her, what is your body count? She says it's 2025. I'm going to have to reset my body count. Well, that's pretty creative and I've never heard that before, but she's 20 years.
It's 2020 and you already have to reset your body count. We're not even a month into 2025 and you've already had to hit the reset button less than 1 month in. This is getting horrible out here, guys. This is my point. And you see, this is Germany. I mean, you can't understand her, but this is like, she's basically, you know, this is the same shit we see in the West. Let's go. But yeah.
Old, and in 2025 she was with 7 men so far. She said that is very cool and common.
Let me back that up. I want you to hear that
body
again.
count. Well, that's pretty creative and I've never heard that before, but she's 20 years old and in 2025 she was with 7 men so far. She said that is
7 men already in less than a freaking month in 2025. Today is January 29th, I think, or yeah, 28th. This is vile. This like to me, like most men ain't out here playing around this much. Like these chicks act like that. This is what we're seeing. Men are seeing women behave like complete Jezebels out here. And I'm not saying all. As I said, I respect the good ones. This is what I'm saying, guys. Don't be out here in these streets and these clubs and trying to meet these chicks and trying to rizz them up and trying to slide in DMs or being on dating apps. It's ridiculous. Most modest women will dress modest. They'll act modest. They'll probably stay home. You know, they'll do things with their family. You know, they're not all about going out. I'm not saying they can't go out and have fun, but this is the thing. You're not going to find these chicks in that arena, in these dating app arenas, these dating app circles. You know, and the odds are like anybody that wipes up the chick she was just describing, he will become the husband who's shooting videos for her OF. He's going to be a straight cuck. And it's amazing how these guys accept this shit. Adam 22 and Lena the Plug getting her back blown the fuck out by what was his was it Nova, the big black dude? I forget his name. Big son of a bitch. I mean, this dude, he had her bent over and she barely came up to his waist. And he was shoving rod like this much all up in her. She said she couldn't sit down for a week after he got done with that. Unbelievable, dude. What it is today, what we're degenerating into. It's getting worse. So with that said, listen, I pray for the guys. I pray for the West. I pray for us. I pray for Turkey. I pray for the people that are trying to speak up on this with good intentions, you know, in mind. Like, not to try to go make money. It's about like calling this bullcrap out because it's going to destroy us. This right here, I'm telling you, this adult content teamed up, paired up with the big corporate media giants, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, you know, OF. It's getting, like, even this platform sometimes, you know, it's getting out of hand. And I think they're working in tandem. It almost feels like a freaking psyop in a lot of ways, you know, while they're trying to shut down certain things, but not others. I don't understand it. So with that being said, let me know what you think. I love you. Have a good night, y'all, and I'll see you on the next one.